Hey guys. So I wanted to talk a little bit about myself. Where do I start? We're not going to go way too in depth. You don't need to know my entire life story. It's not that interesting. But I kind of wanted to touch on a few things. I know I did a video a few weeks ago about, F your beauty standards, but I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about more personal things about me, to see if perhaps other people have been through these same situations and what tell me in the comments below what you did to overcome them. The first thing, obviously, is that I am plus size. I have been overweight most of my life. I have yo-yoed with my weight here and there. And right now, I am not at the happiest weight, obviously, but I am happy with myself. So that makes me a little bit more comfortable in talking to everyone about these little things that I wanted to bring up. The first thing is, I'm not sure if people have noticed, and I'm going to share it with you, so now that's probably all you will notice. I have a slightly, it is not a lazy eye. I don't know, it's a little bit, it's more closed than the other. I'm trying to look in the camera. It's this one here. And that's been there. It's been like that forever. And I never really paid much attention to it, but I noticed it a lot in my videos. So I kind of wanted to touch on that a little bit and kind of elaborate, not so much elaborate, but kind of go into the realm of bullying and having it hard sometimes. I realize that there are people in this world that have a much harder time. They have struggles beyond anything that I could possibly ever try and understand. I can empathize with it, but I've been pretty lucky in life. But with my eye, it can be kind of embarrassing. I notice it a lot in pictures. I notice it a lot, like I said, in these videos. And I hope that people won't judge me by that or by my weight. I've said before that I wanted to do these videos so that people who are plus size can feel comfortable and maybe be more open to sharing their own experiences on social media. I think everyone, man, woman, child, everyone is absolutely beautiful. There's always something that you might not like about yourself. Some of you may love everything about yourself, which is like totally my goal. But there might be an imperfection there that you just don't like, or that someone has pointed out to you or bullied you about. And, especially after this election, I'm not going to go in depth with that because I think it's been beaten like a dead horse. Let's just bury it. But there's been a lot going on in the realm of hate and disrespect and unkindness from people on either side. People will be like, oh, it's all Trump support. There has been so much hate on every side. And I think right now, especially, we all have to kind of dig down deep and pull out the love that we should have for ourselves. One thing that I will touch on, it was a very, very dark time in my life. I was a teenager and I was not very kind to myself. I allowed bullies to get at me, and you can take this any way you want, and maybe one day I'll be more open to talking about it in more detail, but you can't drink the poison and hope to hurt the other person. Hurting yourself in any capacity whatsoever, demeaning yourself, actually injuring yourself, God forbid, attempting suicide, none of those things are going to make someone else feel your pain. And all that's going to do is, worst case scenario, take you away from what will be an amazing, amazing life. And again, I know I've been umming a lot. I just filmed another video and pretty much you can probably count them all. I am a huge advocate for people who are depressed, who have gone through some serious struggles with anxiety and multiple different kinds of depression, different levels of depression. I've been there. I've been in those places that nobody needs to be in. And if there's anything that's ever bothering any of you and you just, you want to talk, you can let me know, and maybe there's a way for us to talk. The littlest things, the weight or the eye, or just, if somebody doesn't like your personality, they can go at you and they can attack you in the most horrendous ways. For instance, people are getting hated and attacked, like physically injured and attacked because they're different. Everyone is different. The world would blow if everyone was exactly the same. People who are Muslim are being attacked. People who are Hispanic are being attacked. African Americans are being attacked. And I think that as a white female, the things that we may endure, glass ceilings, the possibility of not having women's rights, that pales incredibly in comparison to what minorities and immigrants, what they're going through right now, especially. So I just wanted to kind of come on here and say, even if you think it's the smallest thing, even if you think that it is, somebody might say, oh, I feel really fat, and you might think, oh, well, she's skinny or he's skinny. Something in their mind, something to them is not perfect. Something to them is something that they want to fix. And we need to look at it like that. We can't look at it like, for me, if somebody goes, oh, I'm just so fat, I'm like, bitch, what do you think about me? We can't go there. For instance, with my eye, most people are probably going to say, I didn't even notice. Or if they did, they're like, and that bothers me. Small issue compared to the multitude of other things that could be going on in my life. So just, have empathy. I think that's kind of where I'm going with this. I had no big plan. I was just going to kind of talk about the little things about me that it's kept me from wanting to come onto YouTube to do fun things with makeup. And when I finally came on here, I've gotten a lot of views, and there have been some comments that have come through and some likes and even some subscribes. And I'm blown away. I'm appreciative. I absolutely love every single one of you for taking the time out and being so kind as to watch and to like and to subscribe and to comment. So really, I want to, it doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, what you do. I'm a records clerk. I don't have the fanciest of jobs. I love my job. Every day is an adventure in my job. No one's perfect. And no one is gonna should judge you for it. If you're having a bad day, have your bad day. You're entitled to your bad day. but don't take those things out on other people. And don't follow the crowd, especially the crowds now, the ones who are writing graffiti here in Michigan, splashing the N-word across campus walls, ripping hijabs off of women. One person threatening a woman here in Michigan to take off your hijab or I'm going to set you on fire. Are we serious? I'm going to set you on fire. Where are we from? And for those of you who might not be in the United States, friends of mine who are in the Netherlands, you know, a friend of mine is black and she gets treated like utter shit out there. Look up Sinterklaas, for instance. Just look that up and tell me that there's not something that needs to change in the Netherlands. It's 2016, and I sometimes think to myself, are we just gonna roll right back into the 50s with the way we treat people? Just because they look different than you, just because they believe in something different than you, does not make them bad, does not make them less than. There's one thing that my grandfather taught me. Rest in peace. I love you to death. He used to say, Christy, you are no better than anybody else, and you are no worse than anyone else. You are not less than, you are not better than. And I fully believe that. Everyone, like I said, everyone has their imperfections. Everyone has something about themselves that they may or may not like. And again, there could be people out there who love everything about themselves. I want to be that. I want to know how that feels. Just regardless of how you feel, think about that. Think about your worst day and realize other people have had them or worse. And then maybe bullying might stop. Maybe suicide might stop. People are getting younger and younger every year who are deciding that their life isn't worth living because someone did something horrible to them. And in that moment, for my personal experience, in my darkest moment, I was being bullied and one of my teachers got involved. And at that moment, I thought it would be better to not be here anymore. I can't tell you how grateful I am that I'm here. I've had shitty days. I've had some of the worst days ever, at least to me. But I'm so glad that I'm here to have them. Because for every shitty day I have some of the best moments. My best friend and her children, I wouldn't have been here for that. My other best friend and her child, I wouldn't have been here for that. Going back to college and getting ready to graduate this year, I wouldn't have been here for that. When I think about that and I see these kids who feel like they have nothing left because someone tore them down so badly for stupid crap, it makes me so angry and it breaks my heart completely. I want to kind of just, can we rewind? Let me talk to you. I promise you, it will get better. And with social media right now, right now I'm on a social media site. You can't get away from it. I thought I had it bad when I was a kid. But you got to go home and there wasn't Facebook and there wasn't Twitter and there weren't text messages where people could pass things around and keep attacking you when you're in your safe place. I can't imagine what that's like. I truly believe that it's as simple as thinking of yourself. And this sounds bad. It's going to sound weird. Think of yourself first in the way that think about what could have been the worst moment of your life before you ever say or do anything to someone else. You cannot judge people. Whether you believe in God or not, we are not judge and jury. We have no right to disrespect and degrade human beings because they're different. They're the weird kid in school. I was the weird kid in school. I'm the weird kid now. I have a mohawk at 32 years old. I embrace it. I hate the fact that I was bullied. I hate the fact that I was treated like shit for a long time. But I can tell you something. It made me a stronger person. I don't want that ever to happen to anybody. I'm not trying to say, go out and get bullied so you can grow a thicker skin. No. What I went through taught me how to be a strong, incredibly independent woman. I have had boyfriends. I have dated. I'm currently single, and I can promise you right now, I have truly never been happier than I am now. Being single and independent, working my ass off, going to school, bettering myself. And I don't think I would have had that kind of push, Because you have people that tell you, oh, you'll never be good enough. You'll never do this. You know what? Watch me. Watch me be better. Watch me prove you wrong. But at the same time, I'm not going to stoop to their level and say, see, you're an asshole. Because trust and believe, on a daily basis, there's probably someone who I'm just like, yeah, you're an asshole. I'm not going to say it to them. I'm not going to say it out loud. That's unkind. So, going from the fact that I hate my little lazy eye, I have gone into this whole other realm of stuff, and I feel like it's good. I feel like I needed to say all of this stuff, and I hope that in watching this, someone needed to hear it. Someone needed to see it. And I want you to know, where's my safety pin? I'm here for you. And if you don't know the safety pin thing, look it up. I believe it was started with the Brexit. But I understand. And if I can't fully understand, I empathize. And I'm here. If anyone ever needs to talk, please reach out to me. Because I don't want to hear about another person losing their life due to somebody else. I don't want to hear any more about just pure, unadulterated hate towards people that look different than you. The world is never going to be perfect. We're never going to be perfect. We weren't built to be perfect. But I think this world could be a lot better at loving each other if we sat back and thought to ourselves, the golden rule, treat others as you'd like to be treated. If you want to be treated like shit, go ahead and treat people like shit. But if you don't want to be treated that way, why in the hell do you treat other people that way? Honestly. Anyway, again, I apparently just like the 20-minute mark. I really appreciate you listening. If this hit home, please comment. You don't have to be specific. There may be a way for you to contact me privately. If you'd like to, you can find me on Twitter at Joie, Joie 1836. I think you can direct message me. I think I have that open. You can also find me on Instagram, same tag, Joie, Joie 1836. And, you know, I'm here for you guys. Just like I'd hope that if I needed someone, someone would be there for me. Just keep your head up. Rise above. Like Michelle Obama said, whether you like her or not, when they go low, you go high. Just remember, tomorrow's another day and things get better. Sometimes they're crappy, but sometimes they're freaking amazing. And I want you all to have freaking amazing days all the time. And if this helped anyone, if this touched anyone, let me know. I really needed to get all of this off of my chest. And I just, that's it. That's all. That's it. That's all. I'm going to leave it there. I will be back with makeup, a little bit more, jovial, I guess, not so down and dark, but with everything that's going on, I just thought that I needed to talk to you guys about it. So, if you have anything to say, please let me know. And again, thank you so much for watching. Thanks to everyone who has subscribed, liked, and commented. It means the world to me. And I'm not even going to ask. Just what I'm going to ask for, I'm going to ask that you all have a really great night. And just enjoy life. Find something inside of you that makes you sparkle and shine. Just shine. Because someone in this world needs your shine. And the best thing about shine is no one can take that from you. Just remember that, okay? Have a good night, guys.